Okay, anytime. Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda. Today we have Caroline Easther with us. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Marty.
It's your time of year. It's almost Easter, so
yes,
you
it
must
is.
be reveling in it.
I am, yes. My kids used to love that. Miss Easter, time of the year.
Very good, very
I love
good.
it. I love chocolate, so.
Me too. I'm on a diet, though. I'm going to have to lay off this
Oh,
year.
you look fantastic.
Yeah, right. Anyway, the reason we're here is to talk about your new album, Lucky. Now, you've been making music for years and years, mostly as a drummer, right?
Yes.
And now you've stepped out from behind the drum set and made your own record. What brought that on?
I have been writing songs also for all that time.
Right.
Started at secondary school and music competitions and that sort of thing. So it's always been there, and it was I was writing for Let's Planet, my band Let's Planet, through the 80s and early 90s. Would have maybe 3 songs on each of their 3 albums.
Mm-hmm.
But I always knew that I wanted to make my own album, if possible. But I knew what sound I wanted. I wanted the production. I had always had that in my head, and I always knew. Well, I knew for the last 10 years or 20 years who I wanted to do it with. That was David Long, who I've always admired. And when he said he was available to do it, that was the go button for me. And they're a bit of a diary. Someone said they were the adult love songs, and there's one about my daughter on there. So they're songs.
Is that Meg's song?
That's Meg's.
Just checking.
That is Meg's song.
So what is it about David Long that made you want to work? What is it about his approach that made you want to work with him?
Very, very good, beautiful, organic approach to sound and recordings and production. He does a lot of film stuff.
Yeah.
He has access to almost any sound you can imagine beautifully. Not that I wanted any sound, but I did want the sounds that I had in my head to be realised by someone who, and I knew that he would understand what I wanted. I just knew it. I knew that we would communicate well and that he could get what I wanted.
And most of the sounds are made by you, though, right?
They are, yeah, a lot of them are.
You're doing drums, guitars, keyboards, all sorts of things.
Yeah.
So is that fun doing it like that?
It was lots of fun, but I had a lot of help as well. So, yeah, it was a lot of fun having people who I've met over the years come in, Barry Saunders and Alan Norman from the Waratahs, and Dave Berry's a wonderful guitarist. I don't know him very well, but I knew that I wanted his sound for one of the songs he plays on Footsteps Falling. There's some beautiful guitar stuff in that. Hamish Graham did a lot of drums. He's a very, very good musician, and I play with him in a band called Hobnail. Yeah. And various other people. Paddy Bergen did the lap steel. Alan Galloway, who I play with a lot of the time, does a lot of guitar on that too.
Cool. So we're going to hear a couple of songs performed here by you.
Yes.
And the first one we're going to hear is Jaguar Boy.
Jaguar Boy.
What can you tell me about that?
Jaguar Boy is one of those adult love songs, I think. It's about young love, I guess. It's about a girl meets boy, very young. She gives him a pair of socks. They break up. She sees him with the other girl, realises he's wearing the socks that she gave him. He gets embarrassed and pulls his trousers down, and it's just one of those little love songs. And then the chorus is just a happy chorus about my husband, really. The Jaguar Boy is a reference to that.
Cool. All righty. Well, let's give it a listen, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Surprised to see me, I saw that your light was on. The cool, cool glow of the curtain she made you. They're the colour of the lake by the homemade boat ramp. It was a still, still night. Before you left my roof with a single bound, 'cause you're my Jaguar boy. Seen your socks between a hem and a hard place. I've seen them by the look on your face. You wriggle round till your trousers have gone home. They're the ones I gave you with the skull and the crossbone. Before you left my roof with a single bound. You're my Jaguar boy. Jaguar boy. You're my Jaguar boy.
Alrighty, we're back here with Caroline Easther. We just heard Jaguar Boy. I pronounce it differently than you do. I apologize.
I love the way you pronounce it.
Oh, thank you.
Very good.
And not only have you got this thing happening, but you're also part of this Chills film that is about to be released, the Martin Phillips, the story. And I've seen the whole film, and you're a big part of it because you were obviously the drummer for the Chills for a number of years, and you get to tell your story about being stuck in London and all that stuff. And it seems like everybody who I've talked to about the film knows that particular fact about the Chills, how the band went to London and ended up kind of sleeping on the street almost and being homeless. So what was it like for you to take part in a film and kind of go over that stuff again and have it all come back?
It was remarkably healing, actually.
Yeah.
I learnt a lot from watching the film, a lot about Martin from watching the film, and it was really healing. And not at all disturbing, because you were aware, being in London, that you were doing something very exciting and exotic, and no matter how hard it was, and it was pretty tough,
yeah,
you still knew how exciting and exotic it was, and what an amazing experience you were having. So there was a double layer happening there of excitement, and you were charmed, but then there was a struggle going on underneath. So,
yeah.
But watching the movie, there's a lot of stuff in there that was new to me.
Well, like what?
About Martin, really.
Yeah.
Just about how he works,
Yeah.
understanding more about how he functions, about how in fact, how vulnerable we all are,
Yeah.
but about how vulnerable Martin is,
Yeah.
and was, and what he was faced with during that time that made it difficult for him to be aware of what we were going through.
Right, right.
So, yeah.
Very interesting. All right.
More understanding of
Yeah.
why we were where we were and how it happened.
Excellent. All right, so let's talk some more about Lucky. So you're touring around as well, and you have a band with you, is that right?
I do have a band, the Cinnamon Girls.
The Cinnamon Girls. Tell me about them.
The Cinnamon Girls are all boys,
Yeah, of
and
course.
they love being called the Cinnamon Girls, of course, because they loved Neil Young and they love the Cinnamon Girls song, and they want us to do a cover,
Yeah.
which we may well slot into the seat at some point.
It would be, it's always a good move to throw in some Neil, I think.
I think so.
Yeah.
So that's Alan Galloway on electric, and if we're doing a duo, which we did at the World Record Day at Slovak Records in Wellington on Saturday,
Yeah.
I'll play with Alan as a duo.
Uh-huh.
That works beautifully. And Hamish Graham, I mentioned before, he's drumming.
Right?
Martin and Murray Costello, Murray Costello is playing bass with us, and he was way back in Let's Planet,
Right.
left, came back again, and is still very, very active as a bass player around Wellington. Lovely bass player.
Right,
So
right. So we're going to hear another song. It's called No Ordinary Day. What can you tell me about that song?
No Ordinary Day is, I did describe to someone that quite often I'll have a sort of a fictional skeleton for a song that I'll hang images and ideas off it, and there are a lot of people that I know in this song, and they just make sort of guest appearances throughout it, but the overall feeling of this is no ordinary day is the chorus, but I'm not quite sure how it all links up. It doesn't really. It's just images, images, and yeah.
Yeah, all righty. Well, and do you see this as like a one-off, or are you going to
I've
one of
already,
these?
it's actually inspired me to start. I've always had ideas. I know Martin does this. He has millions of ideas, and he records, and he's just got them everywhere in his head. And I'm a little the same on a much tinier, format. But I've got ideas that I've kept on my phone. I record a lot of stuff, and I've just started writing again. I've had the time, I think, more recently to start up again. So hopefully there might be another one.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All righty. Well, thank you very much for coming here and doing this. It's fantastic, and people can see you out on the road, and hopefully we'll be back with the second album sometime in the next 40 years.
Thank you very, very much. Hopefully, yes. Thanks, Marty. Thank you for having me. I hear the stories that you tell. I know them so well. When love's the last thing on your mind, your mind, your mind. And in the end, it's all the same. I cry for you, and your sad face looks so strange, so strange, so strange. And it's no ordinary day. I like to fall into no ordinary time. I like to fall. And in the corner of my mind, I wait for you to discover I am blind. I'm blind. I'm blind. To no ordinary day, I like to fall into no ordinary time. I like to fall into no ordinary day. I like to fall. I hear the stories that you tell. I know them so